Elizabeth returned to mourn her father, over 80 years old, performing a deep curtsy to her granddaughter because she had become the most honorable person in the nation. Her father, King George, hid his cancer to protect her. The exhausted king foresaw that he didn't have much time left, so he must be spent paving the way for his daughter. Meanwhile, young Elizabeth was entirely focused on love. She insisted on marrying Prince Philip, a man with nothing but a title. She even insisted on keeping the word obey in her wedding vows. Such a vow caused an uproar among the ministers, but George still respected his daughter's choice. But the protagonist of this wedding was stolen by Churchill. He deliberately arrived last. He turned the wedding scene into his own political stage. Even Elizabeth had to admire him. Churchill still considered himself the father of the nation. This appearance was actually a popularity test. A few months later, the king's illness took a turn for the worse. When he met the newly elected Churchill, he still pretended to be healthy, but Churchill saw right through it. Poor Elizabeth, completely unaware, suddenly received the task of visiting the Commonwealth in her father's place. Before she left, the king made Philip promise to protect her. While she was on tour in Kenya, he took his last breath. Back in England, the king passed away in his sleep. The news traveled fast. The king is dead. Long live the queen. She had to suppress her grief and embrace her duty. Her own grandmother bowed to her. The hierarchy shifted instantly. Winston Churchill doubted her. The world watched her. She had no time to grieve. The crown must win. But even before the late king's body was cold, Prince Philip made a request to the queen. He hoped that she and their children could take his surname. Although this is a tradition in most English-speaking countries, for Queen Elizabeth, it meant changing the surname of the dynasty. Elizabeth knew very well what her husband had sacrificed, so she promised to fight for it. However, when Prime Minister Churchill met the Queen for the first time, before Elizabeth could even bring it up, Churchill proposed that the coronation date be set for the following summer. He claimed this was entirely for the Queen's consideration, leaving Elizabeth no room for doubt. After the 20-minute audience, Philip eagerly asked for the result. But Elizabeth had only one question in her mind. Why would he want to delay my coronation? The matter of the surname was still unsettled, yet Mountbatten couldn't help but leak it at a small party. To the royal house of Mountbatten. This remark reached the ears of Queen Mary. If Elizabeth took her husband's name, the dynasty would change again. Realizing this, Churchill quickly found reasons to stop it. Elizabeth, trying to balance her roles as queen and wife, found herself in a dilemma.